Hello, welcome back. So this is what I've got started for this year. I have got tomatoes, some cucumbers, some peppers, some loose lettuce, some sprouting seeds, which hopefully will be edible within 5 to 7 days, and just a mixed pot of 3 different types of things: tiny tin tomatoes, gourmet loose lettuce, and hot chili peppers, as a gift for my sister. The reason I decided on those 3 items is because they're all good for growing in containers, and my sister is like me, she's disabled, so something nice and easy that she can just keep outside the kitchen and grow easily. In case you're wondering what the white stuff is on the top, it's perlite, something that I discovered only this year. I have used perlite mixed in potting soil before, but apparently I have heard that professionals will top off the seeds once you've put them in the potting soil with perlite. I have I'm not really sure why, whether it just because it allows better aeration or whatever, I'm not sure. But I thought may as well give it a go to start with and see how this lot do. Last year I didn't grow any cucumbers or peppers because I didn't have a little cold frame greenhouse, but I purchased one at the back end of last year, so I plan on using that to grow my cucumbers inside and my peppers inside if required. I know last year I could have actually grown them outside, it was that hot. However, you know, when you're actually planting the seed, you don't know quite what the weather's going to do, so it's trying to cover every contingency. The beauty about something like cress is that you don't need a garden, and it'll give you some fresh greenery very quickly, so it's great for growing with children. And also microgreens, something like sprouting radish or sprouting broccoli. You can also do pea shoots, but again with pea shoots, like the cress, they like a growing medium under them. Microgreens, what you can do is you can just you don't need a growing medium, because you can eat the roots, stem and the leaves, whereas sprouting greens or sprouting greenery, sprouting vegetables, they like something for their roots to get into, so you're only really eating the stalks and the leaves. So just be aware there is a minor difference between some sprouting seeds and microgreens. But the beauty about them, like I said, is you don't need an indoor space. These containers are, you can see they're nice and small. I don't have a lot of room, so they're ideal for my purpose. I can stack them up easily in windowsills and whatnot until they get going. And what to do, how did I know what I wanted to get this year? Well, last year I took note of what was in short supply at the beginning of the year. Now, for different reasons, it was things like cucumbers, tomatoes and peppers. And for a completely different reason last year, it was because of the energy hikes that we had in the UK. Farmers were planting less seeds to keep their heating costs down early in the season. And so there were some shortages. This year, the shortages seem to be even worse and much more widespread because of bad weather in certain places like Spain, Morocco, or the Spanish Peninsula. So that has affected a lot of the imports. And so I'm, glad that last year I took note of what was in short supply and also what I wanted to add to my growing list. Sometimes it's a good idea to take information from various media outlets. So instead of, say, just using, say, the BBC for my news information and it's saying there's a shortage of because of this, I like to hear the same information from various outlets. For example, Reuters was also reporting exactly the same thing. And some of the American sites also reporting shortages as a result of the weather. So once you start getting a consensus on various media websites or news outlets, you know that that's perhaps something that you might want to start prepping for, if they're warning that it's a possibility. And so, like I said, this year I planned ahead from last year. Different, it's cause and effect. It was a different cause last year, but it had a very similar effect to this year. And so I planned ahead and I got the cold frame greenhouse, which admittedly still needs to be put together. But hopefully if the weather's dry on Friday, should be doing that on Friday. And it also means that I have got enough seeds in my arsenal to hopefully, if I get good germination rate, like I said, to be able to give some seeds to people like my sister. I have a very good friend who helps me in the garden, so I shall be giving her some plants as well. And also any of the people that live locally to me who maybe haven't got the money for fresh salad items this year, because even if stocks improve, I have a feeling that prices are going to skyrocket as a result of all the shortages. It is the nature of the beast, and therefore I'm hoping that the germination rates are such that I can pass on some seedlings and, say, half a bag of compost and a recycled, I don't know, something like this something like this bucket can be recycled, that they can plant, say, tomatoes in. I said something like Tiny Tim is great because it's a container plant, so it doesn't need a lot of space. So, like I said, that's my hope for this year. I'm very lucky where I live. People do look out for each other, and there are a few organisations in the town, and there's Facebook pages as well, where if I do have spare items for that I know I won't use, and I've covered everybody I know, I can just put it online or contact the organisations in town and say that I've got this available. That's my hope. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed. I really hope I haven't jinxed it now. That would be Murphy's Law. I really hope I haven't jinxed it. But anyway, thanks very much for listening to me waffling on. Thank you. Like I say, thanks so much. It's been a while. Sorry about that. It's been a rough few months with health issues and unfortunately family loss. Family losses in recent months. 2 family losses that hit us very hard. But hopefully now things might be calming down a bit and can get back into the swing of making videos more often. So until next time, please take care, stay safe, and bye for now.